Live from across the tri-states, this is KHQA This Morning. It's your news now.
Well, something that's really interesting and fun for this summer, attention parents, there's going to be classes in the area for children who love history and want to be a part of it.
Yeah. Kristen Aguirre is at the Quincy Museum with maybe a quick look at some American Girl dolls.
Yep, that's right. We're here at the Quincy Museum, and we're talking their summer classes that they're holding for little girls. Coming up after the break, we can get a sneak peek at what you can expect when you send your daughter, niece, cousin, anyone here during the summer classes. You're watching KHQA This Morning.
Yeah, so we were talking history in Quincy, and our very own Kristen Aguirre is out and about in the tri-states this morning just learning about that.
Yeah, she's at the Quincy Museum. What's going on, Kristen?
Good morning. Yep, we are here and we are learning all about history. And right now we are standing in the Quincy Museum's latest exhibit. So what do we have here?
We have Beauty in Nature, and this is our first natural history exhibit that we've done in quite a few years. So we've got a little bit of everything, insects and animals and rocks and minerals and crystals and all kinds of really cool things to come and see.
This is definitely real life. Those animals are stuffed. Kind of scary, but you know, very interesting still. But we have some other new things that are going to go on here, and that is your summer classes.
Our summer classes are some of our favorite things that we do, and they'll be starting the middle of June after school stops for the year. And each week features a different doll in the American Girls series of dolls, and the girls cook and do crafts and make things for the various time periods that they're discussing.
And now it's also based around someone that used to live here as well.
They're called the Elizabeth Newcomb Still-well's Classes for Young Ladies, and they're named after Elizabeth Newcomb Still-well, who grew up in this house and then lived here later on with her own children.
Well, coming up later in the show this morning, we are going to dive into some of those classes and give you a sneak peek of what your little girl can learn when you bring her here to the Quincy Museum for summer classes.
Oh, I bet some women are going around the tri-states. Some mommies are going to be really checking these out this morning.
Yeah, not a bad day to hang out. Well, KHQA's own Kristen Aguirre is out and about in the tri-states this morning. Let's check in with her at the Quincy Museum.
Yeah, what's going on over there, Kristen?
Well, we are learning all about the Quincy Museum's summer classes for young ladies they'll be holding this season. And now, with me now is Janelle, who will be the instructor of the class. And what era are we in now?
We're in the 1850s, 1853, and we're in New Orleans.
And so this is how the classes are broken up, geared to kind of the American Girl dolls, and there's different eras.
Right, we cover different ones each year. We do mostly the historic dolls of the eras. But this year we've put in some the Girl of the Year, but Marie Grace is one of the newer ones that they came up with, and she's all about Victorian and making new friends, and each of the classes, the girls come in, and a lot of them just come in by themselves and they make new friends, and that's what this is all about, all this. Our classes here in the summer. So
can the girls, if they have the dolls, bring them in with them?
Yes, they don't have to have a doll, but they can bring it, and we usually line them all up here in the kitchen, and then on Friday we have a party. Ooh. And they bring, of course, then that's when they really bring their dolls, and we have a tea party, and they get to invite 2 guests.
Now, are you always in costume for these?
No.
No? Oh, okay. So
usually on Fridays I'll wear something similar to what maybe the era would be, and this would be something similar that Marie Grace and an adult would wear, because she was, I think she was about 8 years old, and so she wouldn't have had a long dress on then.
Right. Well, it's not all just about history, it's about fun too, and coming up we're going to learn what some of the craft projects that these girls will be working on, and come back and we'll still be in era 1853, so back to you guys in 2013.
Nice.
Time travel, only on KHQA This Morning.
Yeah, if only we
this morning we're kind of gearing up for summer a little bit, learning about some summertime classes in Quincy available to little girls in the area.
Yeah, Kristen Aguirre is live at the Quincy Museum talking all summer activities. What's going on, Kristen?
That's right. We are here talking about what you can expect if you send your little girl to the Quincy Museum's classes this summer. Now, we're in era 1853. All the classes go through different eras, and they pair with American Girl dolls. And we're learning about history, but there are also going to be some fun activities for the girls.
Right. We get to do a lot of crafts. Like this one here is a bandbox, and it's something that the ladies and men would have to put their personal things in.
It's like a purse?
Well, no, it's like glove. Well, you could.
Oh, is it for like your bedroom or something?
Yeah, like gloves and collars and things like that. So the girls are going to make one of these, and they usually line them with newspaper and then cover them with your wallpaper, and we glue this all on. They'll have to learn how to cut and get this all on. Of course, now the glue back then would have been your paste from flour.
Ooh, cool.
And they would have had to make their own. So then
they're still learning about history while they're having fun.
Right. And I tell them that, we wouldn't have a glue bottle back then. And I tell them, what they would have. And then we have to go around here and cut all this to fit this around so that it goes around, because then your next step would be to put your side. Around. Yeah. And
what age group are these classes geared towards?
We like to start out at 8 years old, because they have then the skills to do some of these, the cutting, and we do sewing and the baking and measuring. Measuring is a big thing that the girls learn.
Are you sure adults can't? I want to come to this class.
I have a lot of adults that say, can we come? You can come and just dive in and help, because it is a lot of fun and I enjoy it.
Do you guys ask the little girls to dress up too, or is it just something you do?
Yeah, they can dress up on Fridays. They can dress up as what the doll look like. I tell them to go in their mom's closets and see if you can find something that maybe looks like what the doll looks like.
Well, we're going to continue to work on our backs here, and we'll tweet out the final product. And coming up a little bit later in the show, we are going to dive into another era, and I'll send out a tweet picture to see if you can guess which era it is.
All right, sounds good. Now looking at...
That's right. This morning we are featuring all of Quincy Museum's latest summer classes that feature American Girl dolls. Earlier we were in 1853, but now we're getting out of that era. And can you guess where we're going next? Tweet me out your answer. You're watching KHQA This Morning.
At the Quincy Museum this morning, talking all tips on what to do for your summer plans with the kids.
What are you up to, Kristen?
Well, now we had just left of 1853, and now can you guess where we are now? We're current. We're in 2013, and now this class, so this will be featuring a week in the summer classes that you're holding for the young ladies, and it's featuring what American Girl doll?
We're featuring Sage this time, and we are going to have 2 classes of her. We had the first one filled up, and so we're going to do another one. So the girls can call and sign up for that. And this is, we did a craft, and they'll do a craft in this class too. But this is our baking. We're doing a mozzarella ham stromboli. And stromboli is very popular. We make it all the time at home, but not this one. But the girls are going to have to learn how to roll this out. And this class, I can do a lot of the now things. You can go and get your refrigerator dough, and we can do things a little bit simpler. Because one of our other classes of the era, sometimes you just have to use your hands too,
So these girls are going to be learning about history, because they're going to be following all the American Girl dolls.
Right.
But they're also going to be doing fun stuff. So we did crafts a little bit earlier. I tweeted out the final picture of our bandbox, which turned out super cute. And now they're going to be learning some cooking. And so this is stromboli, we said. And so we just finished rolling it out, and then we'll add the cheese and stuff in.
Cheese and the ham, and then we'll bake it.
All right, well, we will continue to learn all more about the classes that are going to be held here at the Quincy Museum. When we come up, we'll have our finished stromboli.
It looks like a lot of fun over there this morning.
It does.
And Aguirre is live at the Quincy Museum this morning. We're talking all about history in the city and with the American Girl dolls.
Yeah, and how you can take history and make it into a summer event. What's going on, Kristen?
Good morning. Well, we are here, and we've been talking and featuring all the Quincy Museum classes they'll be holding this summer for young ladies. And now we are in era 2013, and we are making stromboli here, which is something that you'll be teaching the girls.
Yes.
So why did you pick stromboli?
Because 2013, parents are working. They don't have a lot of time to fix a nutritious meal, and I feel that this is, you've got your cheese, your meat, and your bread, and it's easy because it's a refrigerator dough, and that something that the girls can also help their parents with, their moms. I like to hear from the girls that when they come back the next day, we've tried the recipe and it was fun.
Here's our last touches we need to do
We're
here.
going to put a little bit more cheese on here. Well, you want to do a little bit on, oops, that's a big one there.
I love cheese.
Well, go ahead and put some sprinkle on there, and then we're going to fold this over like this, and then we're going to pop it in the oven.
So what do you hope girls, the young ladies, take away from these classes?
Well, I hope they take away that little bit of history lesson and new friends, to make new friends, and a lot of them do. A lot of them come with their friends, but there are a few that just come by themselves. And we had one little girl from Quincy here made a friend with a girl in St. Louis, and they have kept in touch for I bet about 10 years now.
Wow!
And so I think that's really neat to make new friends, and that's what all these the books and the dolls are about, are making friends.
Well, we're going to pop our Stromboli in the oven here, and coming up we'll have some last minute details on what you need to know if you want to get your daughter involved with these classes.
All right, sounds good, Kristen. All right, our leading live woman for the day is Kristen Aguirre, who is out in Quincy at the Quincy Museum this morning.
She's taking us from the 1800s to the current times. What's going on now, Kristen?
That's right, we've been showing you a little insight of what you could expect if you send your daughter to the Quincy Museum summer classes. Now, there is a different era for each week, right?
Absolutely. We start on June 10th with Sage, the Girl of the Year from 2013, and we go right on through the week of August the 5th. And we end up with Caroline from 1812.
So people are just tuning in. These classes go hand in hand with some of the American Girl dolls. Now, why did you guys decide to pair that up with a class?
It just is a really good way to reach young ladies and teach them a little bit about history, and to let them have fun with history and all the wonderful things that go along with it.
Well, in our last segment, we showed you guys a little bit of insight of what some of the things the girls will be learning in the class, and one is cooking, and we went ahead and did a Stromboli, and it's all done, and the ooey gooey cheese is coming out and looks delicious and smells even better. Now, cooking is just one of the things the girls will be doing. They're also going to be doing some crafts.
They do a huge variety of crafts. Of course, each week the craft is geared towards the time period that they're studying. So they might be doing something Victorian one week, and they might be doing something modern another week. It's just so much fun. They do a little bit of something different. And if a girl has taken, say for instance, McKenna, who was the Doll of the Year in 2011 or 12, if they took McKenna last year, the class is completely different this year. So there'll be completely different crafts and foods. So you don't have to be afraid that you're going to repeat anything. All right. Well, if you're interested in getting your daughter signed up for the classes, make sure you head over to connecttristates.com. We'll go ahead and link you and show you how you can get involved.
Well, today is a good day to be